Supply chain woes have prompted a new push to revive U.S. factories. Joining us on the KOGO News Live line, supply chain expert James Crean. Good morning, James.
Hey, good morning, Ted. How are you?
Good, thank you. So, a lot of manufacturing taking place in countries like China. The question is, can the U.S. bring it back?
Oh, there's no doubt. And I mean, it's been a trend for a while, and the pandemic has just really highlighted it to all of us, but to business owners in particular, saying, gee, we've got to take a second look at the risks and costs. But it's been clear that with the productivity of American workers outstripping the cost benefit of low wages in Asia, and that's for a lot of manufacturing, it makes much more sense to do it in the U.S.
Will American workers take these jobs is another question.
Oh, I have no doubt. I mean, there's good paying jobs. There's great opportunities all across the country. It's not all about the major cities. It's also about smaller towns and the outskirts of cities. There's great opportunities for American workers, and two-thirds of the U.S. doesn't have a college education. That's not their path, and these are great jobs typically that give good middle class wages.
How has the supply chain disruption really affected all of us?
Well, I mean, I think everybody's seen it in various different places, whether it's in grocery stores on occasion or shopping for Christmas. But the big thing that's really happened is the semiconductor problem. Really started with the pandemic slowing down production, while at the same time consumers were buying more home electronics and setups so that they could work from home and all the various different aspects associated with the shift to being more at home. And so that created a different kind of demand. And then when auto sales started ramping back up again late last year, that just really compiled it. So the semiconductor chip shortage is probably going to run, through most of this year, if not into next year. So at least in some particular areas. So that's probably the biggest thing that a lot of people see is that extension in semiconductors.
What's also interesting to me was I just got an email, or no, actually, I saw an article about Mercedes-Benz. They have an issue with certain models where there's something that can happen, and I can't remember exactly what. Something can happen where there can actually be a fire in the car. But then the article said that they can't issue a recall because they can't get the parts to fix the problem because of the supply chain issue.
Yeah, these are the kinds of things, right? You end up with, you think about all of the parts that go into a car. Well, you can't deliver the car unless you can deliver all of the parts first to the factory. And so, this is the issue: is you can have 99% of what you need to build your product, but if you don't have that one critical piece that you can't substitute something else in for it, well, you're done. You can't produce it, or you can't fix it in the case of Mercedes. So this is the challenge, and it's one of the reasons why having your supply chain close in the U.S., where you have better visibility and control over what's going on, can be a huge benefit.
All right. Supply chain expert James Crean joining us. Thank you for your time this morning. Really appreciate it.
Oh, great talking with you, Ted. Have a great day.
You too.